Welcome to KL International Airport, Terminal 1.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Narita International Airport.
Look at the Emirates view.
Oh, this one's pretty good. This is a pretty good one. They didn't have that, so it's pretty cool.
This train is bound for Yoyomine.
It's the station. And that's a hotel. To breakfast.
Oh, here you go.
Laundry vacancy. Go to your laundry vacancy.
The local train bound for Asakusa is arriving.
Ichiran, your first Ichiran. Ichiran. And
John's easier.
it's raining. Rain, rain. Rain, rain all the time. Yeah. Supermarket.
Amazing.
7 to 10 o'clock was it?
In the morning.
The next stop is Kasumigaseki.
Welcome to Imperial Palace. Akihabara. Pokemon.
印字された番号に座席を
Number 40. I want to go.
God, I want some beer.
This sorry.
Wash it. Yeah. See if you can.
Oh,
Come on. No,
oh yeah. Oh, come on.
You're so close.
Who did better? Try again. It's cheating.
And then it flips.
Good damage.
Yeah.
Good job. How many?
Great.
17 plates.
Gonna make your butt work. First, since you're new. That's the whole time. Look out.
Yes. Oh, your little knife here. One from outside.
Imperial Palace is 12. Yeah, well, I can't see that. Oh, let's come down. Used to that. Oh, it's nice to over here.
Welcome to Tokyo.
Can you come here? I say you can. Thinking about it.
This one, right?
He's like, bottoms up.
This is the part where we go under. Okay. Yeah.
Fifth floor.
Okay, here goes. Nintendo Tokyo. Wow. Which is the. Here we go. Yes, washing machine. Cheers, everyone.
enjoy the red beef, which is full of beauty.
チセサミン、インセサミンの方が焼肉ソース。
焼肉ソース。
これジャパニーズビネガー。
Japanese vinegar. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, we need to rub a bit.
Yes, way a bit. Come on. Barbecue.
Oh, good job.
Chef,
Made for TV here.
Akihabara. Ginza. We're in Ginza. Last.
Dude, I was thinking out the back of a while.
よく高校生の時クラスメートに見せてました手品。こちらハサミで。
際にお茶を立てて、その後、それを飲むということですね。日本語わかんないですよね。Teach you how to eat a sweet and also to make a tea, green matcha tea, and also how to drink the matcha tea. So please enjoy the sweet.
Okay. Cherry blossom manju.
So you like it?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that.
Very good.
This is a chasen, is a mixer for the tea and bowl. So inside is a boiled water around 100 degrees Celsius. It's 1 and 2. Then slightly hit the edge of the bowl.
See if you do it.
So one time is okay. Water to the tea bowl.
Okay.
Make it, mix it. Please make it first and then like this condition. Like, I really?
Go all the way down to your shoes.
Oh really? How many days you know? How many days?
Okay.
I'm happy to hear that. Please bow the tea to respect the tea. That is an IT.
Arigatou
Thank you very much
gozaimasu.
for coming.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can we tie down? It's like you're the Hollywood stars getting ready for the show here. Yeah. Whoops. It don't matter.
Bye bye back. What is bye bye? Is it double? Jacket lady. Jacket lady. Yeah. So that's all. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Double cheeseburger. Shrimp fillet o fish. Yay, 吃饭. Bye.